It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Jags. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Normally, he's pretty reliable, usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Fields taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Second and 15. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Hardman on the return. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the net. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, and
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Off play action, Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still out.
And the Raiders have got him. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Back to throw here. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Great coverage there. Holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. It's Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
45.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a 2nd one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Fields. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. KJ Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? And this one too low.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mecole Hardman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the silver and black continue to roll. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get that underneath ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
In your face.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So even even though it's first down. Here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the...
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Fields. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's Taylor again. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll look to run with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Check hot route. Hot.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Fields to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Fields on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploit.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 5.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. Back now in Jacksonville. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll look to throw again.
He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Play action. It's Fields.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Shepard is going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
But based on the last two play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
Catch is made by Hardman. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields eluding the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started
as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Fields going to hold on to it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Everett there complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the